is up? It's your man in the purple suit, Jonathan Molo, and I'm your host for the virtual show, episode 6, sponsored by Ace Magic Studio. Please visit them at acemagicstudio.com for exclusive magic. If this is your first time joining us, we are a weekly interactive virtual magic show where magicians from around the world help spread the love and positivity during this unique time. I hope everyone's doing well. But before we begin, since everyone is muted, please show your love and appreciation for the magicians during their performances by typing either 3s or 1s, or show your jazz hands. The sideways jazz hands work, and yesterday the fist pump worked also. So show your love, show your appreciation during the show. Also, during the show, you may be called upon to help. Yes, it will be my job to find someone randomly and unmute you, so please be ready. I do have some sad news to share with everyone, though. Our friend Jeff Case will not be sharing his magic today due to a fishing injury. However, we will reschedule the Regal Redneck for a future show. We all hope you feel better, brother. Yes. Is everybody ready for some world-class magic? Yes. Our first entertainer has been a member of the prestigious Academy of Magical Arts at the world-famous Magic Castle in Hollywood, California for 26 years. You could catch him performing in restaurants, private parties, and social events throughout the Southern California area. With a belief that each performance should be personal, this magician specializes in the art of close-up magic and mentalism. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for your connection to magic as we welcome the magic of Brady Glen.
And for the next 10 minutes, my job is to amaze you with feats of prestidigitation. I thought it'd be fun to show you something that I call my favorite card. See, what I came to realize is every magician has a favorite card. My favorite card happens to be the 5 of diamonds. Jonathan, I'm going to need some help with this. Could you find somebody that might want to help out?
Yes, absolutely. Let us choose Barry Wallace. Barry Wallace, we have you unmuted. Can you hear us?
I can.
Awesome. How you doing, Barry?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well. You having a good day?
Yep.
So Barry, what's your favorite card? My favorite card is the 5 of diamonds.
4 of spades.
The 4 of spades. That's an interesting favorite card. Why is the 4 of spades your favorite? Is there a reason?
It was picked randomly as my favorite.
Picked randomly as your favorite. That's cool. Let me find my 5 of diamonds. Right there. That's the 5 of diamonds. So can you see my 5 of diamonds? My 5 of diamonds, I'm going to place it face down on the table just like that. The other cards, I'm going to turn them over and hold them up here to this other camera so that you can see them up close.
Oh, that's cool. That?
Yep. That's cool. So the idea is if I take my 5 and wave it in front of the screen, some cool things happen. So I want you to keep your eye on my 5, but concentrate on your card. Can you see this? Watch.
Yep.
Just a shake. My card kind of becomes yours. I don't know why that happens, but it's kind of fun to see. Eh? Barry, thanks so much for your help.
Thank you.
So that's something that's fun that I've been playing around with. I'm going to show you, going back in the old days, about 25 years ago, I auditioned for the Magic Castle. And I used this trick. I haven't done this in a long time, but you're going to wonder at the end, how many cards did this guy have? There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. That's all we're going to use for this trick. Now, this is a story, and I like how it tells the story. You see, Camelot is run by King Arthur. Can you all see that? And the thing that most people know is that King Arthur is married to Lady Guinevere. Now, the part that I made up that most people don't know is that King Arthur has a twin brother and that Lady Guinevere has a twin sister. They all got together one night in Camelot and they were having a good time. And all of a sudden, Guinevere and her sister went upstairs to the bathroom together. Not sure why they did that. But the second that they were gone, Arthur, he kind of is a flirt. So he walks up to this cute little redhead sitting at the bar, and he starts talking to her. Arthur's twin brother sat down next to the redhead girl's twin sister, and he starts talking to her. It was all pretty innocent. But right about then, Guinevere and her sister came walking back down the stairs, and you can imagine Guinevere wasn't real thrilled at this. So Guinevere walked up to the bar, And she walks up and sits down right next to that little redhead and said, you know what? I don't like you flirting with my husband. Guinevere's twin sister sat down next to the redhead's twin sister and said, I don't like you flirting with my husband either. You kind of need to knock it off. Well, it got kind of nasty. There was a little fight. They kicked the redheads out of the party. They said, you're not welcome here anymore. But even though they were gone, Guinevere was still upset. So she walked back into the house, walked up to her husband, Arthur, and said, you know what? I think you better head upstairs. The party's over for you. Guinevere's twin sister sat down next to Arthur's twin brother and said, same thing. I think the party's over for you. So you got to be wondering what happened to those cute little redheads, right? Where did they go? See, the first little redhead was sitting outside crying because she'd never been kicked out of a party before. She sat there wondering what to do all by herself until Lancelot rode up on his bike and took her from the party. Now the second little redhead was all by herself and she was really confused with Lancelot. So she sat there by herself, but it just so happened that Lancelot had a twin brother that took her away from the party. And right about there, that what used to be the end of the show, but people kept asking me, where did the guy on the bike come from? What's interesting, the big joke in all of this is the guys on the bike have been here all along. It's the other characters that I wonder, where did they go? Hope you enjoyed that. I have a good time with Lancelot. Everybody having fun? All right, so we did some card tricks. I'm gonna move towards the coin direction. When I first got into professional magic, I saw a guy named Johnny Ace Palmer. And we quickly became friends and he ended up being my mentor. And one of the things that he did that blew me away was a trick with 4 coins and 4 cards. I asked Johnny if he had helped me with that and he taught me a version of that same trick. So I'm gonna pull a few coins and a few cards here. Let's use the 2s. Can everybody see that, I'm assuming? 4 coins, 4 cards, nothing extra. The cards don't really act as playing cards, but I use them more like little curtains. What I mean by that is I just take the cards and I use them to cover up the coins like this so that you can't see them. Can you see that? The idea is in just a minute, the coins will travel from place to place right before your eyes, and it happens fast, just like that. Every time that a coin travels from here to here, I'll eliminate one of the cards and we'll try it again. Coin number 3 will go there right before your eyes. The last one's the hardest because you've been watching that card all along. I'm never gonna touch it, but I do need to make it happen. So the way I do that is with my magic wand. Oh, here it is. I use a magic marker. I give it a little wave just like this and a little wave over here. The magic has happened, but you haven't seen it yet. Watch as I turn the cards over and show you the coin has traveled from there to there. Isn't that cool? The thing that you don't realize is I used an extra coin and I've been hiding it from you all along. I hope you're able to see it as I spread these out just a little bit. You get a shimmer. As I show you the whole thing, you soon begin to realize there is big money in magic. I hope you had a good time with that. So we've done some card magic, we've done some coin magic, and we've done card and coins. Let's finish this thing off with some mentalism. You heard Jonathan say I'm a mentalist. I'm transitioning from close-up magic into mentalism. I do a lot more mental stuff now. Jonathan, can you find somebody to help me here? We're gonna try to do try to find somebody that you think might be in sync with me. It can be anybody though.
Absolutely. Let's go with Chris Rogers. Chris, we have you unmuted. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Chris, how are you doing? Nice to meet you.
I'm great, thank you.
Awesome. Did you know you're going to be picked on the show today?
I did not.
You did not. That's awesome. I knew you were going to. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. But I don't know if you noticed this, but up here on my pocket, that's been there the whole time since we started. There's one card clipped to my pocket. I'm the only one here that knows the value of that card. Even the other magicians are not aware of what that card is, and I don't think you know either. But I'm going to try to send you some psychic vibes and hope you can pick up on them. And let's see if you can figure out what that card is without anybody's help. Sound fun?
All right.
Okay, Chris, when you look at that card, it could be a face card or it could be a number card. You don't know which, but what do you think? A face card or a number card?
Face card.
A face card. That would mean that it's a jack, a queen, or a king. Do you think it's a jack, a queen, or a king?
A queen.
You think it's the queen. Now, there's 2 colors. It could be a red queen or a black queen. Do you think it's a red queen or a black queen?
Black queen.
A black queen. Interesting. That would be a heart or a, I'm sorry, a heart or a, that would be a spade or a club.
Yep,
Which do you think?
a club.
So if I reach up and remove that card and it happens to be the queen of clubs, even I would be impressed. If I take this off and it's not, this has been a huge waste of time. So let's see what we got. I'm hoping, yep, the queen of clubs. Nice choice. I hope you had a good time. My name's Brady. The performers you're about to see are amazing magicians. And the cool thing is all of us are really good friends. We've been hanging out for a long time. We love each other. We hope you're loving this as much as we love doing it for you. Have a great time.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Please show your love for your connection to magic, Brady Glen. Yes, amazing.
Thank you.
So your next entertainer is a part-time professional magician and mentalist, spending his days coaching businesses on how to be more profitable and his nights entertaining audience as the psychic CPA. Yes, you heard that right. He is actually a certified public accountant. He has served as the 4-time president of the Magic Club in Greenville, South Carolina, shared his magic on TV and internationally. But most importantly, he loves performing for audiences who are ready to have fun. If you are ready to have fun, please put your hands together and help me welcome the one and only psychic CPA, Jeff Kowalk. Jeff, we cannot hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, you are good to go.
This performance is sponsored by Verizon. Just kidding. So I was musing here that I was a little lost, and now I know why, because the audio was not unmuted, but a little lost as to what day I'm on, because when you're thinking about what day you're on, this coronavirus stuff has us very confused. And I personally have been lost. And as I've dreamed about performing here for you guys, I've become unsure whether I'm dreaming or I'm in reality. But the one way that I know that I can find out is that when I'm dreaming, number one, I'm not psychic. And number two, math doesn't work for me in spite of my CPA background. So I need you to help me to figure out whether I'm in the right place at the right time or if I'm just dreaming. Jonathan, can we get someone who's willing to help me out here with a little experiment to see if I'm in the right reality?
Absolutely. Let's go with Sydney Kaplan. Sydney, you are unmuted. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, Sydney. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm going to write down a little prediction here to see whether I'm actually feeling psychic here. And you're going to help me with the math part. And don't worry, you won't have to actually do any math, okay?
Thank God.
Good. So I'm here to help with that. I have some numbers here, and I've been playing around with these numbers today to try to ready myself and ready my thinking. But like I said, math doesn't always work correctly when I am dreaming, and I'm not sure. So we're going to rearrange these and make a completely new number, and you're going to help me do that. I'll guide you through this process so you don't have to worry about the math piece. I'm going to rearrange them over here, and I'm going to ask you, we're going to form a new number. You're going to pick one of these first 3 numbers as the first digit of your new number. Which one of these 3 digits do you want? 3, 0, or 1? Which one do you want?
0.
0. If I had had a choice, that's what I would have gone with. 0 here. For your second digit, do you want 5, 2, or 3? For the second digit, do you want 5, 2, or 3?
2.
Very good. I appreciate you appreciating my subliminal message there with the flashing 2. 9, 7, or 4 for your third digit?
4.
4. And for the last digit, you've got the hang of this. 8, 5, or 7. The choice is yours.
8.
8. Now, Sydney, when you got up this morning, did you envision that you would be forming a completely new random number? Did you know that?
No, never.
Nor did I. But you have formed a completely new number, 248. Thank you for your help. Jonathan, can we get someone else to help me with another digit?
Absolutely. Let's go with Les Allen.
Hello, Les. Are you a math person?
Uh-oh. Give me 1 second here.
That's okay. Les is not the only one with his microphone muted.
Alan, yes, Les, can you hear us?
Hello, Les. Are you a math person?
Les, can you hear us? All
He may
right.
be able to hear us, but we can't hear him.
Not a problem. Let's go with Paul Riviera. Paul, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hello, Paul, and more importantly, we can hear you. Paul, you got the name of this game down. We're going to form another digit here. Which one of these first two numbers do you want, 3 or 1? Which one do you want?
3.
3, stepping away from my choice. I see there, okay. For the second digit, 5 or 3?
5.
5. And for the third digit, you know the game, 9 or 7?
7.
7. And last, but certainly not least, 5 or 7 again?
5.
5. All right. Thank you so much. You have formed a new number. Now, did you know that you were going to be forming the number 3,575?
No.
Of course you didn't. And you have left us with one final number here, 1,397. And I'm assuming you didn't know that you were going to be forming that number either. Is that correct?
No, I did not.
Great. Well, now that we've established these 4 numbers randomly, I can do this math in my head, but I'm going to pull up my calculator and do the adding for you guys. So let's see here. We have 248 plus 3,575 and 1,397, which gives us a grand total of 5,220, which tells me that not only am I in the right place, my psychic abilities are here with me, because you see, I predicted 5,220. Thank you guys so much for helping me to be sure that I'm in the right reality. Now that we're here, I have a lot of people ask the question, how did you find out that you were psychic, Jeff? And it's interesting because the first time I remember it came to me, I was getting dressed in the morning, much like I am now. I dress this way every day, whether or not we're quarantined. And I was trying to find some matching socks in the drawer. And as we all know from grade school math, it can be difficult to find a matching sock in a drawer. There's certain probabilities, but I was trying to find matching socks, and it was hard because I was in the dark. Why was I getting dressed in the dark? I'm glad you asked. You see, my wife, she's not really a morning person, and that's okay. It's okay, dear. She's not a morning person. She doesn't really like bright lights or sunshine or joy in the morning. So I was getting dressed in the dark and was still standing there trying to find socks an hour and a half later in the dark. And I realized, why am I not able to do something better with this? And I reached in and I pulled out matching socks. And I want to explain to you guys a little bit about the process here. And I'm going to have you guys help me determine whether we can match some socks up psychically. And I brought a few with me as examples. I have this very tasteful gold toe black dress sock, which is fitting for pretty much any occasion. I also brought with me a manly man, the bearded hunting sock. That actually is my lucky hunting sock. Haven't had a ton of luck lately, but nevertheless. This is my exercise sock for those daily workouts. You didn't think all this was free, did you? And in the fourth box, I have a sporty little number here, a Carolina Panthers sock. I certainly didn't see them going 4-12 this past year and lost quite a few bets on that, but that's a different story for a different day. And finally, last but not least, I have a very festive number here for when you need a little Christmas at any point. Jonathan, I'm going to give these a mix, and while I do that, why don't you pull somebody up who you think has some psychic matching ability and who also has a killer eye for fashion, okay?
Absolutely. Let's go with Tammy Williams. Tammy, you are unmuted.
Hello, Tammy. Tammy number 1 or Tammy number 2 for those who are Parks and Rec fans?
Tammy, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hello, Tammy. Tammy,
Hello.
we're going to ask a question, and really I found in business that you cannot get to the right answer unless you ask the right question. And so the question that should be in all of our minds right now is, will the socks match? And we're going to play a little spelling game here. I'm going to spell out each one of the words in that sentence, and I'll do it one letter at a time. Your word is going to be will, because that's the first word in the question that we should be thinking about. Will the socks match? I will move one box from the top of the stack to the bottom for each letter. And at any point, your psychic intuition should come into play here, and you can tell me whether you want me to switch piles for the next letter. You're going to tell me where to start. Do you want me to start on your right or your left?
Left, please.
Okay, your left. So I will spell will, and remember, you'll have 3 opportunities to have me change to the other pile to move a letter. So first, W, I, you just say switch whenever you want, L.
Stop, switch.
Okay, L over here. You did a wonderful job. And
Thank you.
Let's see what you got here. Aha! Of course, I could tell that you're probably a pretty big hunter. I don't know if you have a beard, but I'm going to assume that you do, given the fact that it's a hunting sock. We'll put this here. Now, thank you for that. We're going to need someone else, Jonathan.
Yes, absolutely. Let us go with Julie Boyland. Julie, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, Julie, are you wearing matching socks right now?
Yes, I am.
Well, then you're going to be perfect for this next piece. So I'm going to spell the word the, and you tell me, do you want me to start on your right or your left?
My right.
Your right. So again, you'll have a couple opportunities here. I'll start spelling T. You tell me to switch anytime you want. H.
Switch.
Oh, that was last second there. And E. Very good. And let's see what you ended up with. Ah, of course, a festive sock. Is this something that you would wear?
Maybe.
Well, I don't judge. It's my own sock, so I won't judge. But thank you for your help. Jonathan, I'll need another person.
Absolutely. Let's go with Carlos Suarez. Carlos, you are unmuted. Can you hear us?
I can.
Hello, Carlos. So do you want me to start on your right or your left? We will be spelling the word socks.
Let's start on my left.
On your left. All right, socks. You ready? And you know the game. S.
Yep.
O.
Switch.
C. K.
Switch.
Oh, last second again. S. Very good. And you ended up with, let's see here. Aha. One of my favorites. Are you an NFL fan at all?
A little bit.
You're not a Panthers fan, I assume.
No.
Well, that's okay. The NFL sock is here for you. Jonathan,
Okay.
I need one more participant.
Absolutely. Let us go with I Love Magic.
Hello, I love magic.
Yes, you are unmuted. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, I love your name, I love magic. You can help us here with this last word we're going to spell, which is match. And of course, you could tell that every time you ask me to switch, it directly impacts the outcome of the game. Can I count on you?
Yes.
Would you like me to start on your right or your left?
Left.
Okay, here we go. You ready? M. A.
Switch.
T. C.
Switch.
Ooh. H. So if you had chosen differently, we would have ended up with a different outcome, but let's check it out here. Let's see what you ended up with. Oh, one of my favorites, the black dress sock, the gold toe dress sock. How classy and elegant, which leaves me with one set of boxes for myself, which by process of elimination, of course, would be the exercise sock, but we'll just check for sure here. Absolutely. So now we want to know, do the socks match? Let's check it out. We'll find out right away whether this is a match for me. Oh, and it is. We have the workout socks for me over here. We have the dress sock, which is also a match here. We have the sporty Carolina Panthers. It is also a match. We have the festive Christmas sock. It comes down to this. And if this matches, well, then, of course, we know that the hunting sock is also a match. You guys have amazing psychic ability. And I think that a few of you may be potential CPAs as well. Oh, but wait, I kind of knew that this was going to work out. I should have realized, because when we got started here, I asked you guys to come up with some numbers, but these weren't just random numbers. We all know that we're in the correct day, because you see, today is May the 2nd, 2020. So we should have known that everything would work out. Thank you all. I'm Jeff Kowalk, the Psychic CPA. Thank you so much.
Please show your love for the Psychic CPA, Jeff Kowalk. Crazy, amazing. Now I got to go buy socks. Yes. So, thinker, creator, architect.
Did I flash the one box?
These are all the words that have been used to describe the magical artistry of the man you are about to meet. His talents have been featured on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and the BET television network. Known worldwide for his superlative sleight of hand from the East Coast to the West Coast and everywhere in between. Please welcome Michael Kaminskas.
Hey everybody, that's awesome, Jonathan. And East Coast to the West Coast by way of the entire world. So we're going all the way around today. So happy to be here on the virtual show. This is fantastic. The guys before, I'll tell you what, a lot of love for them. They did a great job. And I'm going to share something with you. It goes way back. This is the first magic trick I ever learned. This was my magic wand as a kid. All I have to do is give it a little charge it up, snap my fingers, and it clings to my fingers. Okay, so if that fooled you, you know, don't worry. We'll try and make it a little bit better. Look. Yeah, it's a lot better that way. But you know what? I have to do a card trick. It's a union thing. So we're going to get that out of the way. We'll get the card trick out of the way. And let's see, we'll change markers because it'll be easier to see rather than an orange marker. And we'll start. Jonathan, I'm going to need somebody to help me out. So let me give these a little quick shuffle because I'm not sure I even mixed these up ahead of time. So.
Absolutely. Let's go with Judy Perry. Judy, you are unmuted. Can you hear us?
Yes, hi.
Hey, Judy, how you doing? Where are you joining us from?
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, excellent. Judy, I'm going to go through the cards here, and I'll just show you the cards are all different. That's important because that way I get the credit, Judy, and not the cards, okay? I don't want you to think that these are like TV magic cards or anything like that, okay? I'm going to go through, and if you would just go ahead when you're ready, I'm going to let my thumb go along the edge, just say stop.
Oh.
I'll go slower. I'll go slower. It's a timing thing. It's okay. I know there's a little bit of a lag, so I'll go slow. You say stop whenever you like. Stop. Right there? All right, so here, we'll take that card. That'll be your card, Judy. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right. So we'll use, oh, perfect. The 8 of diamonds. That'll be your card. And I'm going to get a little bit here. We'll just kind of rip this. There. We'll rip the corner off. That'll make the 8 of diamonds unique. A little bit different. And I'll place that right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Let's do it on the back side. That way you guys can see. You can see the tear a little bit easier. You can see it right there. Yep. So here's the idea. We take the 8 of diamonds. We'll take the corner. If I hold on to the corner, I can actually just give a little bit of a toss. When I do, the 8 of diamonds travels right back. Oh. Doesn't seem to be my night tonight. Well, sometimes it goes in the box.
Can I see my text message or no?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. I got closer. It actually went in behind the cellophane there. So it's a little bit different. So, but you can see it still matches, Judy. You can see it's actually a perfect match. It goes right on the corner there. And if you were here, you'd be able to see the card. You'd be able to feel it. You'd be able to feel that torn edge. But Judy, since you can't sign the card, I'm going to actually have you just give me a name or any word. Actually, just any word at all. So just give me a short word, anyone that I can't possibly know.
Oh, yeah.
Cat.
Good.
I'm sorry, what?
Cat, C-A-T.
Cat, okay. All right, so I'm going to put that on there. So we've got it. I'll show it to the camera here so you guys can see that. Cat, all right. Now here's the idea. The idea is simple. We take the piece, place the piece back on. Watch. All I have to do is just give a little bit of rub. I'll hold it right here, and you'll actually see the corner go right back on. What do you guys think? Is that all right?
Awesome.
Not bad, right?
No.
I mean, it's not as good as those first couple of guys, but it's not bad. So here, we're going to try something else for you. You saw that you have your signature on it. That's relatively easy. But yeah, look, I'll just put it right here so we can have your card down. And actually, I won't even hold those. So my sleeves are pulled up. It is, I can't cheat you. I couldn't hide anything from the world. In fact, I'll push the card away, just a little bit of a wave, a little tap. That actually goes back in time. Judy, goes back in time to when your card didn't even have a signature. I don't know. I can't figure that out. So I've got one more thing to share with you guys tonight, and I really want to appreciate everybody for coming out. You know, these are some tough times. This is totally not, for most of us, our normal performance situations. In fact, you know, talking to a camera and not being live and having the audience reactions and everything is a totally different experience for most of us. In fact, I'm sitting at a table because I'm doing my laundry in the other room right now. No, I'm not kidding. I really am doing my laundry. But I'm going to do one more thing for you guys. And it uses these 3 little orange balls. 3 orange balls. Move that marker out of the way. Pull my sleeves back so you can see. The object is real simple. The balls go into the hand one at a time. That's 1. That's 2. How many? Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's 2. Plus 1 is 3. If you watch the balls one at a time, when my thumbs touch, the first ball travels across. That's ball number 1. Ball number 2. And third one, just like that, ball number 3. Now, you didn't know what to expect. I didn't tell you ahead of time what's going to happen. Now you guys know what to watch out for. 2 balls here, 1 here. The next one, all I have to do is just wiggle my thumbs, touch, the first one travels across. The second one, just a little touch, the second one travels across. Now, the third one I can do invisibly or visibly. Oh, visibly. Okay. Just kidding. Watch the last one. The last one's the hardest. I'll hold my hands out here. You'll actually see the last one go from this hand over here into this hand over here. That's 3 balls gone across. Watch the first one. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. If I take this one away and put it in my pocket, that leaves how many in my hand? Remember, 1 in my pocket? That's right. There should be 2, but there's 3. This is the world famous 3-ball trick. So that makes it a little bit easier. That's 1. That's 2. Just 2. Nothing more. 1, 2. Third ball goes away in my pocket. If I just give a little blow, the balls actually come back to my hand. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's the world famous 3-ball trick. Put 1 away. I could do this all night. It's kind of a wild thing. In fact, sometimes they don't even have to be in my hand. All I have to do is just cover the balls just for a second. You'll actually see the balls travel across the table like they have a life of their own. It happens super fast. I'll do it one last time for you guys. That's 1. That's 2. No, I'm not kidding you. I have 2. 1, 2. This one goes away in my pocket. Of course, all 3 balls return. Doesn't matter how many times I do it. Sometimes I sleep at night, and it really bothers me because I do this so many times that when I put 1 away and they keep jumping back in my hand, but then I wake up. And finally, the nightmare's over. Hey, thank you guys very much. Thanks for letting me come here and join you guys tonight, share a little bit of my magic. I had a fantastic time. I hope you did too. Take care, everybody.
Wow. Please give it up for Michael Kaminskas. Amazing. And Michael just reminded me I need to start my laundry. Yes, thank you, Michael. Tonight, we have a very special guest. He is a master of sleight of hand, a cunning contemporary conjurer. Say that 3 times fast. Hailing from Philadelphia, he has been astounding audiences worldwide for nearly 20 years. He has appeared on Comedy Central, The Today Show, the CW's Masters of Illusion, successfully fooled Penn and Teller on the hit show Fool Us, and was a finalist of season 12 of America's Got Talent. Watch this guy closely. Please welcome the magic of Eric Jones.
Jonathan, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. Checks in the mail. It's going to bounce because I'm broke because of the quarantine, but it's in the mail, just so you know. Michael, that was an amazing performance. It's really hard to follow you. I didn't even know you appeared on BET, bro. I haven't even appeared on BET. You got some some work to do. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show and all of the amazing performers who've been on before. For those who are not familiar with me or my work, again, as Jonathan said, my name's Eric Jones. And what I'd love to do is start off by showing you one of my favorite pieces of magic. It's a really cool illusion with 3 solid silver American half dollars. The idea is really simple. The idea is that one at a time, you'll see the 3 coins as they fly from the fingertips here to the fingertips here without you seeing them go. Now, I know you didn't know what to expect. So I'm going to do that again a little bit slower, and I'm even going to tell you where to watch. All you have to do is keep your eyes on this one. Because see, you know exactly where the coin is. You also know where the coin's going to go. I promise to do it slowly, so you can see the moment, the second, the very instant the next coin flies from hand to hand. Now, I've got to be honest with you, this one is my favorite because it travels in really cool ways. For instance, on a good day, I can get a coin like this to roll right down my fingers. On an even better day, I can get the coin to roll right up the arm. And on an exceptional day, I can get a coin like this to jump from the fingertips here to here, to here, and back. And that is a piece of magic with 1, 2, and 3 little coins. Now, if it's okay with you, I'd like to show you my ex-girlfriend's least favorite part of this. It's where the money vanishes, but without her help. Watch the 3 coins. You see that the sleeves are rolled back. I promise that my fingers will never leave my hands. Watch the top coin. Watch it. I'll move slowly so you can see. You might even hear as that coin crumbles up into almost nothingness so that it can hang in the air. I'll try it again. I'll try it again, this time with this little coin right about there this time. Watch. That's 2. And if it's okay, I'll try it one more time with this one right about there. Which leaves 1, 2, 3 little coins hanging in the air. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This whole quarantine thing has been absolutely amazing. I went from a situation where I was the busiest magician, as a magician, I was busier than I've ever been in my entire life, to coming to a standstill. I was on the road 220 days every year for the past 13 years, traveling and performing. To be honest with you, this pandemic has been a blessing for my household because I've never taken an actual vacation. So to have 6 weeks in a row to just chill and focus on me and my family has been amazing. But it's also allowed me to try out new pieces of magic. For instance, if it's okay with you, you'll notice I've got an envelope with a card in it. We're gonna call this a prediction. I'm gonna leave it sitting right here on my Pinocchio here on my shelf. I'll leave it there for the entire time. And what I would like to do is have a volunteer. I'm going through I see Nancy is waving. Jonathan, can we unmute Miss Nancy Anderson, if that's okay?
Absolutely. Nancy Anderson, let me try to find her here. Nancy.
I was just going through the list.
Found her. Yes. Nancy,
excellent.
Hear us.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Nancy, how are you?
I'm a huge fan.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. So if it's okay, first let me ask you, where are you quarantining from?
Chicago.
Chicago. I love Chicago. One of my favorite artists, actually, this guy right here, is an artist by the name of Hebrew Brantley. And he's a Chicago artisan. And again, one of my favorites. You guys have a lot of great culture in the city, windy city of Chicago. I'd love to try an experiment with you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a piece of magic that uses a few cards. I want you to go out, you can look through the cards and you can see that every single card in the entire deck is different. But you'll also notice I've got a couple of cards here on top. Oh, actually, these are from a couple of other shows that I've done here on Zoom. So we'll go ahead and get rid of those. But I've got the king of clubs and the king of spades. I've got a little table right here I'm going to sit those down on. But what I'd like you to do, Nancy, is as I pass through the cards like this, whenever you get the notion, I want you to say the word stop. And wherever you say stop, that'll be the card that you selected. Whenever you're ready.
Stop.
Just there. Now let me ask you, Nancy, are you happy with the 8 of diamonds, or would you like to choose one of the others? It's completely up to you.
Yes, I am happy.
Excellent. Happy with a diamond. That's good. That's good. So what we're going to do, 8 of them, exactly. It could have been 9, but you know, we can be happy with it. You don't want to be greedy, right? So here's what we're going to do, Nancy. We're going to make this card unique because I could have another 8 of diamonds somewhere in the pack. So I know it's not very polite to ask a woman how old she is. So how much do you weigh? No, I'm joking. May I ask how tall you are?
Yes.
Yes?
5'5".
5'5". So I'm going to put that here. 5'5". So we've got that just there. And would you also mind saying a word, any word that you can find in the English dictionary that you think I could spell on the first try? Go ahead and say that word out loud.
Spectacular.
How about something with 5 letters? So I could do 5 letters.
Fancy.
No, spectacular? No, we could do, would you prefer spectacular? I can try it.
Fancy. Magician,
Thank
Fancy
you.
Nancy.
Fancy Nancy, I love that. Fancy Nancy, okay? So you have to apologize. I have to apologize for my bad handwriting. And if you could, one more thing, if you could give me a geometric shape that you think I can draw. I'm not a great artist, so keep it simple, but make sure that it's something that you resonate with, any shape at all.
Circle.
Thank you. I can definitely do a circle, or something that resembles a circle. So Nancy, you've made all of these decisions. You've given us your height, which is 5'5", the word fancy, and a circle. Now, I'm pretty sure you can guarantee that this is the only card of its type anywhere on the planet.
Yes.
Excellent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 2 kings to sandwich your card right in between. I'm going to leave those cards here so that you can see everything as it transpires. That's going to be really important in just a moment. I want you to watch not only the kings, but also watch your 8 of diamonds. Now, there's an old saying. It's scientific, in fact. It says that matter can't be created or destroyed. Another cool thing about that is that it can't occupy 2 places at once. So if you can imagine that we can cause this card to vanish and travel through space and time to arrive elsewhere. If it's there, it means it can't possibly
Right there.
be here. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. But if you watch, this could be kind of cool. Been sitting here in front of you this entire time. Watch. 5'5", fancy, and a circle. Guys, thank you so much for allowing me to enter your homes. I promise you, if I cough, I don't have the coronavirus. Thank you guys so much.
Yes. Wow. I was right here, and I couldn't see how he did it. Absolutely. Eric Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Chills. Yes. So I think you're ready for your final magician. Your final magician has been featured in prominent media outlets such as the Huffington Post, Los Angeles Times, and Forbes. In 2015, he headlined the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the largest art festival in the world. And in 2018, Time Out New York listed his show C/Saw as #1, and it's the best magic show in New York City. Please welcome Siegfred Tieber.
Hi, everyone. Jonathan, thank you for that kind introduction. I appreciate it very much. Jonathan, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Siegfred.
And I guess that means everyone can hear me. Lovely. So welcome. Again, Jonathan, thank you for that kind introduction. As Jonathan mentioned, my name is Siegfred Tieber. My father was born and raised in Austria. That explains the name. However, I was born and raised in Ecuador. That explains the accent. There are many things I'd like to share with all of you today, so I have with me a few objects, a few instruments I consider fundamental representations of the concepts of chance and chaos. We are going to play with these two. These are so colorful and pretty. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's begin at the beginning. These are casino quality club special B playing cards. These are the kind of playing cards one would usually find at a casino. What is peculiar about this is that unlike most playing cards, these have no white border, which ironically makes them ideal for cheating at the card table. Most people would shuffle cards in their hands like this. However, at the card table, especially playing for money, the most common way of shuffling is by setting the deck face down on the table, dividing it, and mixing the two halves into each other, which is usually followed by a series of cuts, like this. In poker, the aces are the highest cards. No aces on the top, although that would have been good. No aces on the bottom. The odds of cutting to an ace by mere chance are 4 in 52 or 1 in 13. Not impossible odds, but not in one's favor. I will try to find one of the aces by a series of cuts. Ha 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 ha. Ace of diamonds. Now, when it comes to the second ace, things become a little more interesting. The odds of cutting to two aces in a row by mere chance are approximately 1 in 200. I will try to find the next ace using just one hand, just one cut. Here we go. Two in a row. I am predominantly left-handed, so far I have been using my left hand. However, I will try to find the next ace, in this case, the ace of hearts, using my non-dominant hand. Ace of hearts. Fun fact. In the United States, approximately 300 people are struck by lightning every single year. With a life expectancy of 80 years, the odds of being struck by lightning at least once in your lifetime are approximately 1 in 13,000. My point being, you actually have better odds of being struck by lightning than you have of cutting to 4 aces in a row by mere chance. I will try to find the next ace, the ace of spades, using just one hand. Indeed, my non-dominant hand. Indeed, just one finger. Wish me luck. I think some of you are actually wishing me good luck. It was rhetorical, but thank you. I appreciate it. Here we go. Yes, ha, ace of spades. Now, in an actual game, of course, the idea is not to cut to the aces. The gambler's wildest dream is to have complete control of the aces, to end up with the aces in her own hand after the cards have been shuffled and dealt around the table. Nowadays, the most popular card game in the planet is Texas Hold'em. But to keep things simple, let's imagine a friendly game of good old-fashioned 5-card draw poker. For this, I will try to keep track of the aces. Ace of spades, you see, is near the top of the deck. I will leave it exactly where it was. I will not move it. Ace of spades, ace of diamonds, somewhere in the middle, ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts near the bottom. Now, in poker, each player is dealt 5 cards. With 5 players around the table, only the top 25 cards would be dealt. So if we were to deal the cards as they are right now, player number 1, 2, 3, player number 3 would get the ace of spades, but all the other aces would probably be lost in the balance of the deck. I will try to control the aces to specific positions so they end up in my hand after the cards are dealt around the table. Here we go. Okay. Spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. Done. Player number 1, player number 2, 3, 4. I'll be player number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 in a row. Oh, player 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 in a row. Please notice that not only have I dealt myself 3 aces in a row, but I have also color coordinated red, black, red, while saving the ace of spades for maximum dramatic effect. Player 1, 2, 3, 4. The next card is not an ace. However, in poker, each player is dealt 5 cards. That's my last card. The ace of spades is not here. Not here, not here, not here, not here. Ace of spades. As mentioned, these are the kind of playing cards one would usually find at a casino, the quintessential representation of chance, chaos, and luck. We are going to leave this aside. Now, I'd like to share with you, to show you 2 of my latest passions and obsessions: order and chaos, or chaos and order, depending on how you decide to look at it. A traditional Rubik's Cube, like this one, is roughly 3 by 3 by 3 inches, is composed of 21 individual pieces that interlock together and has 54 little colored squares. However, this tiny little cube allows a number of possibilities larger than the human mind can imagine. If you guys were here with me, I would hand the cube for someone else to mix so that it's at a completely random position. For now, I'll have to mix it myself, but I'll look away. I'm not picking, I promise. I hope at this point everyone would agree it is mixed at a random configuration. It doesn't really get more mixed than this. So this is going to be our starting point. I will try to bring it back to what we call order. If you think about it, the mere fact that this thing rotates on every single axis and the pieces don't fall apart or get stuck together is amazing. On its own as an object, the Rubik's Cube is a marvel of design and engineering, but much more than as an object, I like it as a concept. There are over 43 quintillion different possible combinations of a Rubik's Cube. Million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion. That is 43 followed by 18 zeros. According to our current understanding of the universe, the Big Bang, the beginning of space and time, took place approximately 13.8 billion years ago. I mean, there are more possible combinations of a Rubik's Cube than there are seconds in the history of time, but only one of those countless combinations we call order. This one. So where am I going with all of this? This, what we just created, what we call order, is very, very delicate. You see, if I turn the cube 1, 2, only 3 times, you can still see a few patterns of color, yellow over here, white over here, but it's pretty mixed already after only 3 turns. 4, 5, 6. Only 6 turns and the order is completely destroyed. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then again, I'll mix it a little more. I'll look away. I'm not picking, I promise. And, aha. Now, this right here, right now, what we just created is one of over 43 quintillion different possible combinations. Just like this one. I'll cover it for myself. Now I will try to solve this one. The Rubik's Cube is said to be the world's best-selling puzzle, but I think the word puzzle doesn't do justice to it. This is not a puzzle. This is a tiny little world of possibilities. Ha! Now, let's manage expectations. The idea, of course, is that this matches that. I don't mean to belabor the point, but there are over 43 quintillion different possible combinations. If just one side matches on both cubes, that would be pretty good. If 2 sides match, I'd be very impressed myself, but if all 6 sides match on both cubes, spooky. Those 2 match, those sides match color by color by color. That's side number 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, every single one. Now, we started this journey with order and the chaos. I like that idea, the juxtaposition of the two, because only by seeing one, we can appreciate the other. So, order and the chaos, or chaos and order, depending on how you decide to look at it. Thank you.
Yes. My head hurts. The amazing Siegfred. Tieber, please give it up. Yes. A little fist pump, yes. So please show your love once again for the virtual show, episode 6 cast, Siegfred Tieber, Eric Jones, Michael Kaminskas, Jeff Kowalk, and Brady Glen. Also, a special thank you to our Zoom tech behind the deck, Stephen Ing. Yes, this pump for him too. Oh, before I forget, contest announcement time, sponsored by Ace Magic Studio. Please visit them at acemagicstudio.com for exclusive magic and free worldwide shipping. Yes, so the winner of the Royal Surgery magic trick is I Love Magic. Yes, please hit me up on social media. Yes, yes. And we will get this out to you as soon as possible on my own dime. Yes. So please tune in next week for episode 7 of the virtual show, where the show travels virtually across the pond and spotlights magicians from the UK, from England. Yes, we are going to be traveling, people. Yes. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to share magic with all of you. Everyone, please stay safe, and we will see you all next week. Thank you.